you are involved in various activities, you are involved in sports and the academics as well. So can you share your daily routine or a routine when you follow on weekend?
I'm someone who tries to improve as many areas as I can. Recently, I started practicing guitar, so my routine will differ on that.
5 years down the line, AI will be in every field. Right now, it's entering every field, and many jobs are going. So, what's your take on AI and what are new things you are learning with artificial intelligence?
I see how fast it's upgrading, and so I've spent a decent amount of time learning about it. What I would like to say is that everybody needs to learn about AI.
How's the infrastructure and exposure at this school help you to explore different interests like sports, speaking, or academics?
I think BLS does a great job at facilitating that. We have music rooms for Indian music and Western music. We have room for indoor sports such as chess and pool and table tennis.
Which is your favorite sport?
Before I came to this school, I used to play tennis.
So, Vedansh, for you, what matters more? The skills, the marks, or the value system?
And I think they both, all three of them hold extreme importance in our lives. But for someone to decide which one's more important depends on what their actual goal is.
So, Vedansh, if you get a chance to be a school principal for a day, so what changes you'll bring to the school? Hello, everyone. Welcome to Beyond the Classroom podcast, a podcast where we explore education beyond textbooks, marks, and exams and focus truly what shapes a child's future. So, on this podcast, we generally talk with school principals, directors, and subject experts. But today, we are shifting the spotlight because leadership doesn't always start after school, it starts inside school as well. What if I told you a grade 10 student can balance academics, sports, and other activities and still stay very grounded? So let's welcome our today's guest, Mr. Vedansh Kunwar. Hello, Vedansh. How are you
Hello,
feeling
sir.
today?
I'm feeling great. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Nice to meet all of you.
I just want to understand, like, you as a student. So, can you tell me more about yourself first?
I'm someone who I personally feel like is constantly on the cusp of discovering something about myself. Someone who sees opportunities and comes to realizations, but is never able to fully extrapolate on it. I feel like I'm always stuck behind a brink, and I aim to become a person who crosses that barrier and helps people through insight and kindness.
Okay. So, are you still working on anything which is still under the carpet?
I sure am, but that'll be saved for a few years into the future. I'm sure you guys will recognize me then.
Amazing. We all are waiting for that.
Hmm.
So, Vedansh, tell me, like, if someone hears your name in school, so what is that first thing they associate you with? They associate you with academics, sports, or extracurricular activities?
Now, this would depend on when these students who hear my name joined the school. If they're the students who joined before me, the first thing that comes to their mind is, it's that damn American. The first thing that comes to his mind is it's that kid who knows how to speak English. A few years down the line, it's the people who think of me who's the student that's constantly on stage. And a few years, maybe 1 or 2 years after that, they think I'm the person who does commentary in all our football tournaments. My friends think of me as a person who is constantly rushing to the newest activities whenever I can.
Okay. So, Vedansh, you are in class 10th,
Yes.
and this is a very like a life-changing class for everyone because post your board exams, you have to choose your subjects, you have to choose your majors. So, what are you planning for?
I'm planning to take commerce with math.
Okay.
I plan to get into the business side of things because I feel like I'll have more control and more influence over how I can better the world or affect the world through that.
Okay. So, At times, do you feel any extra pressure on yourself, like when it comes to academics?
I think I have somehow managed to trick myself into not feeling pressure for most things. So much so that people believe I don't take many things seriously.
Mhm.
Except for when the deadline arrives. At that point, I find the pressure quite helpful for me to complete whatever I need to. But there are no points where I can specifically point out where I felt uh, high levels of pressure on me for something I'm required to do.
Okay. So when you feel some pressure on yourself, so how you deal with that?
Hmm. When I feel pressure about something, my main goal is to
Mhm.
identify what is causing me to feel the pressure, and then I like to isolate that from the activity I have to do
Mhm.
to relieve that pressure. So if I'm stressed about, let's say, an assignment,
Okay.
I'll figure out why I'm stressed.
Mhm.
Is it a deadline? Have I promised to submit it later despite already being late? I'll isolate that feeling,
Mhm.
and then I'll just get into order what I need to do to complete the assignment so I no longer feel stressed.
So that means you prioritize your task
Hmm.
accordingly, and like if something is making you or giving you stress, so you finish that task first, and then you move to the other task.
I couldn't have said it better.
Okay. So Vedansh, you said you will be taking commerce with maths in 11th, and
Yes.
you'll have to explore the business side of like when you grow up. So
Hmm.
where you see yourself 10 years down the line?
10 years down the line, I see myself as a person who has a degree of influence and power to where they don't need uh, permission from external authorities to make changes. A lot of the people who we have today who wish to make changes, they are held back by the fact that they need regulations to go in their way, or the fact that they need people to sponsor them.
Mm-hmm.
Before I get into changing the world or helping the world or helping people who want to change the world, I want to spend that time gathering influence for myself so that I can do it by myself.
Okay. So any specific role or any specific organization that you really want to get into?
I want to start with education. Everybody knows
Education.
education
Mm-hmm.
is the foundation of change.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Even if I'm not able to achieve my goals and I'm not able to help people as I want to, if I
Mm-hmm.
foster change of mindset
Hmm.
within people, so that people themselves want to help each other, extend a hand to each other, I think I would have made a bigger impact than any of those people could have individually.
Okay, so basically, you want to get in the field where you can bring change in education, and more people then can be impacted by the change you want to see.
Yes,
Okay, that's amazing. So, are you good in sports?
I'd like to think so.
Okay, what is your favorite sport?
Uh, Favorite sport? Good question. Before I came to this school,
Hmm.
I used to play tennis. That was during lockdown.
The table tennis,
No,
the lawn
lawn
tennis.
tennis.
Okay.
But when I came back here, I
Hmm.
couldn't find any good tennis academies nearby, so I started football again, and I got
Okay.
really into football.
Hmm.
I have managed to play all the way up to open nationals,
Okay.
but I have dialed it back a bit until my board examinations are over
Hmm.
before I plan to rejoin. Uh, I consider myself a very fit person. I like to participate in as many sport events as I can. Every time
Hmm.
there's an opportunity to participate in a sport, even if I know nothing about the sport, I always take the opportunity to try and participate.
Okay, so you're good in football and you are active in sports as well. So, do you think sports play a important role in like changing the routine or adding discipline?
So here's what I think: the mind and the body are one machine, right?
Correct.
A healthy body is a healthy mind. A fit body is a fit mind, and if you work towards improving your body, your mindset will change accordingly. Your mental health will change accordingly. You'll be able to make decisions more clearly. Sports for me has been a way of, I guess, using up excess energy. As compared to times when I don't play sports, I feel more lethargic, I feel lazier. I just want to stay in bed and not do anything. But times when I have to go play sports, when I am training for the rest of the day or the time before, I don't feel nearly as tired. I still have to convince myself to do things as most people do, but I have the energy to do it as compared to when I'm not playing sports.
Okay, so Dance, like you are involved in various activities, you are involved in sports and like the academics as well. So, can you share your daily routine, like what you do when you are in the school and when you go back home? So, what's your daily routine or routine when you follow on weekends?
Now, what my routine depends on is whatever I'm doing at the time. Um, I am someone who, excuse me, tries. I'm someone who tries to improve in as many areas as I can. Recently, I started practicing guitar. Before that, I was doing something else. I try to learn different things. So my routine will differ on that. I wake up earlier than most people. Uh, and in that time, before I have to get ready, I just pick the most important task of the day. I try to complete that then. So for now, right now, that'd be studying or doing sample papers because my examinations are coming up. But if it was before that, it'd be exercising if I have a competition coming up.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I go to school, get through school, get home. I rest, I procrastinate homework, I get to my homework, I finish my homework, and then I do the rest of the tasks I have to do. Usually, by this time, I'd have some academy I need to attend for sports or football.
Mm-hmm.
I'd come back, I'd wind down, I'd go play with my friends, I'd come home, and I'd sleep. On weekends, it's the same routine, but the time where I have to go to school, I fill with other activities or topics I want to learn.
Okay, that's amazing. So, Vedansh, what's your take on AI? So, how much time you are devoting to, because AI, when you will be in job or like 5 years down the line,
Hmm.
AI will be in every field. Right now, it's entering every field, and many jobs are going, and many people are getting affected by the impact of AI. Not in a bad side, but in a good side as well, because healthcare sector got a major boost after AI. So, what's your take on AI, and what are you doing and what are new things you are learning with artificial intelligence?
Concerning AI, I've noticed how much of an impact it's made and how fast it's developing.
Mm-hmm.
2 years ago, if you asked AI, generative AI specifically, to make a video, you would have been able to easily distinguish it. And now you have to look out for the signs. I see how fast it's upgrading, and so I've spent a decent amount of time learning about it.
Mm-hmm.
What I would like to say is that everybody needs to learn about AI, but they need to learn about more things than generative AI, because AI is an entire field in and of itself, and generative AI can only penetrate so many fields. But different aspects of AI, such as learning models or differentiation models or classification models, they're going to go far past generative models. And so people who have an idea of how those work will have an upper hand against those who don't.
Absolutely. And I think Vedansh, AI will also help you in like business.
Yes.
Okay, so you are going for like you have a business mindset, you and you want to pursue business going forward. So I think for you, AI will be a very helpful hand. So explore AI more in
Hmm.
your free time, and I wish you'll explore good areas of AI.
I sure will, sir.
So Vedansh, every student has a different like a partnership or a different relationship with the school. So what's your relationship with BLS World School?
I can speak for most students that we dread coming to school. Nobody wants to come to school, right? And I was that like that originally.
Okay.
But I grew a little, I matured a little, I made more friends. And now every time I come to school, I have friends, teachers, people I know who truly believe that I'll be able to do great things in life despite not knowing what I actually want to do. And that amount of faith, it's changed me, I can say. So now, unlike most students who dread coming to school, when I come to school, I have a little more soul in my step. and I can say for sure that I enjoy it.
So Vedansh, today's learning doesn't always happen in classroom. Learning happens in stage, labs, when you're going to debate competitions, when you're participating in inter-school competitions. So how's the infrastructure and exposure at this school help you to explore different interests like sports, speaking, or academics?
I think this one's quite obvious. Human behavior is dictated on bias and environment, right?
Hmm.
And a computer prodigy or a musical genius will never know they have such talents or would even take an interest in such things if they're never exposed to it. It is because they have the opportunity to pick up a guitar or go to the computer that they're able to understand, oh, this is quite fun. Oh, I'm actually very good at this. And it's because of that uh, that we have people that other people can look up to. And I think BLS does a great job at facilitating that. We have entire rooms dedicated to rooms bigger than some classrooms I've seen,
Okay.
dedicated to different activities which many people might not consider. I had not heard of the sport named squash in years, and I came here and there's an entire massive room dedicated to it with two courts just so students can practice squash. We have music rooms for Indian music and Western music. We have room for indoor sports such as chess and pool and table tennis.
So school giving you a very holistic approach in
Yes,
sports as well as in other areas as well.
yes.
And I think then every student can explore much of their interest, or they can even see, okay, I can do this as well. I can take part in music. I can play this sport as well.
Every student will have a place to excel because in an environment dictated
Hmm.
by academics, the top of the hierarchy are always the students who are the best at academics, and the
Hmm.
students who aren't or don't have an interest in academics have
Hmm.
nothing to show for themselves. They'll always be known as the ones who aren't good at academics. But when you have more factors in the environment,
Hmm.
he may not be good at academics, but he is great at sports. He may not know much about computers, but he's good at drums. They'll always have
Absolutely.
something to excel in.
Absolutely. And I think this school is, as you're saying, this school is doing really good, giving equal opportunities at every sector that matters for a student. That's good, yeah. So, Vedansh, you have participated in many inter-school competitions like MUNs or debate competition. So, what these event teaches you differently? What is your experience when you participate in these kind of events?
This is quite different from what you learn in a textbook, right? What you
Hmm.
learn in a textbook is rigid and you can't, it's uncontestable. You cannot challenge what's in a textbook because people have researched it, they've curated it, and it's been cross checked and checked by lots of experts over years. So, what
Right.
you read in a textbook, that is the unchanging law of the universe. You cannot contest it. But when you learn something in an environment, it sticks to your brain because you have to
Hmm.
test it. You figure out what's wrong. You remember the mistakes you made. Uh, if I were to take an example of the flying machine competition I went to,
Hmm.
me and my friends, we did testing with water rockets. We found out why they didn't work, how it didn't work. And even though I came out of that competition a loser, I will never forget that competition or anything I learned over there. But the most important thing out of all of that is teamwork. Teamwork is much harder than people think it is and way more fun than people think it is.
And I think failure teaches you much more things than a textbook can.
Exactly. When you fail, you
Hmm.
remember why you failed. You understand what you have to improve. When you read a textbook,
Hmm.
it's a block of information which you have to slowly digest.
So Vedansh, मुझे ऐसा लगता है when you take part in these such inter-school competitions, you are not just representing yourself, you are representing the entire school. ठीक है? And how does that responsibility feel?
Contrary to popular belief, That thought doesn't enter my head. Whenever I talk to my teachers before going to competitions, when they find out that I'm going to competitions representing our school, they try to emphasize the fact that I am representing the school. But my thought process is that I've been selected for this competition because of qualities I possess or qualities I've worked on improving. And so neglecting those qualities for the sake of appearances wouldn't be a very wise thing to do.
Okay. So tell me honestly, like personal pressure ज़्यादा होता है या external pressure ज़्यादा होता है?
Personal pressure for sure.
Personal pressure.
External pressure I block out. मेरे मन में कभी आता नहीं है कि ये लोग
Okay.
क्या बोलेंगे क्या नहीं बोलेंगे, लेकिन मन में होता है कि मैंने एफर्ट डाला है तो कोई तो रिजल्ट होना चाहिए.
Correct. So, Vedansh, tell me a situation or tell me an event where you were very well prepared, high expectation, high hopes, and everything was good, but and the result was not expected. Like it came out of the blue. तुम्हें लग रहा था like you will win this competition, but somehow the number changed and तुम वो competition नहीं जीतते हो. So, उस situation में how you felt?
My friend and I, we went to an idea exchange, the Confluence. Our goal was to create a business around textile waste.
Textile wastes.
Yes.
Okay.
So the whole premise of the competition, our competition, was creating ideas or businesses on how to better the world. The topic we got was textile waste. Both my friend and I were extremely confident in our business abilities, or at least our ability to present a business. So we did research in the time we had, we created a presentation, and it was so well made, so well prepared. We fully expected first place.
Okay.
And
what went wrong?
We got third place.
Okay.
And we were disappointed, to say the least. And that is the least I can say about this. But at the end of the day, when we were traveling back, just this thought entered my head. This was an idea exchange. It wasn't just me putting my idea out to the world. I got to experience the idea of everybody else. And those experiences will alter the way I think about ideas in the future. And that's when it was solidified in my brain that failure brings just as many opportunities as success.
Absolutely. And I think you're giving a very good example. Like when you go to such events, whether you win or whether you lose, I think the major part was you learn a lot more things. You explore the other side of the competitors, because as you say, you went to a idea exchange program.
Yes.
You got the third place, and you are expecting like you'll win this competition.
Absolutely, yes.
But the people or the students that got the first and second place, they had much more bigger idea than your team has. So
Yes.
absolutely, these events opens so much avenues whosoever is participating.
I absolutely agree with you.
So Vedansh, have you encountered any situation in life so far where you felt that, okay, this is it, I can't do it anymore?
I feel like everybody has reached that point before where they put they experience mental anguish trying to achieve something or trying to do something, and they aren't able to get the outcome they want, or they feel like something's stopping them. But I've never felt that way for an extended period of time. I've lost many competitions.
Okay.
I've lost many football tournaments. And every single time, the despair I feel doesn't last very long. It's momentary. I feel like, okay, I put in that much effort and I wasn't able to win. There is no point in continuing, but it never lasts. It's always something in the back of my mind that says, I know I can do better. it's not me. It's not, I didn't lose because I wasn't good enough. I lost because they were better. And I can reach that level too.
Okay, so, and after all those failures, what's that one thing that brings you back in the game?
It's me imagining myself. I imagine things a lot. I imagine myself as a successful person, having achieved the thing I said I would achieve. And many people have this fantasy of proving people wrong, the people who didn't believe in them, or things like that. But every time I imagine myself in the position of the success I want to achieve, I don't feel that malice. I never feel anger towards the people who didn't believe in me. Because why would I if I had no indication I was going to succeed? But the idea that I'll be able to succeed and I'll be able to show people that I am worth every piece of effort I put into what I work for without needing to say it, that level of satisfaction I can't ignore. And I'm and I'm going to achieve it one day.
That's good, and I think you are on the right track. But Vedansh, I give you my secret how I prepare for an important interview, important podcast, or a like when I have to deliver a speech. So always I do twice, like once in the real on that day, but one night, one day before at night, I imagine the whole situation. ठीक है, setup ऐसा होगा, इतने सारे लोग होंगे, they will be looking at me, they will be asking these questions, and I prepare my mind one day before. Okay, I have to, I live that the whole situation before going to that event. So if you do that, you subconsciously trained your mind. ठीक है, कल मेरे को इस सिचुएशन में जाना है, इस इवेंट में जाना है, इतने लोगों से मिलना है, ऐसे स्पीच देनी है. एंड व्हेन यू डू दैट, ट्राई इट वंस, एंड व्हेन यू डू दैट, तुम्हें इतना नहीं लगेगा, इतना ऑड फीलिंग नहीं आएगी, और यू विल बी मोर कॉन्फिडेंट बिकॉज यू हैव experienced that event before and before going to that place.
I'll try it. I'll try it for sure.
Yeah, amazing. So, Vedansh, if you get a chance to be a school principal for a day, so what changes you'll bring to the school?
Now, had you asked me this question 1 or 2 years ago, I would have had a list ready and I would have talked your ear off. But when you grow, you mature, you understand why things are the way they are and that they can't change immediately. But one change I would bring, not a change per se, but an event I would arrange.
Okay.
Market day. I had this event in my previous school. It would take place every other year where the students would pair up or go in teams and they'd decide on an idea, decide, and they'd set up their own stalls, do their own marketing, sell products or services or games or food or whatever they can, right? And I think something like that will teach people more about finance and responsibility or business than any textbook ever could. And everybody will learn something, but the real winner of that day will be me. Because as the principal, I will charge a 5% on a gross profit for the land fee.
And I think this is a very good event that you're talking about. And like if any school principal or leader watching this episode, they can also take this event to their school. And I think this event will open many horizons for the students as well. How to manage finance, how to build that product, how to market them, how to work on the branding if they are putting out something. So I think these events will give a hands-on experience to all those participants who will be participating in that event, so that they can get to understand the real world, how real things move. So I think that's a very good event if you
Absolutely.
organize.
I would love for that to happen in any school, actually. For example, the winner, the person who earned the most money from my previous market day experience, all he did was he rented an inflatable water slide. He connected it to the school's water hose, and every single kid there paid to be able to go on that slide again and again and again. He did something so simple, but because he understood his market, he was able to earn that much more. And I think everybody can learn something from that.
Absolutely, it's a great event. I think all school must take up these kind of events. So that's good. So Vedansh, for you, what matters more, the skills, the marks, or the value system?
That's a very good question. And I think they both, all of them, all three of
Mhm.
them hold extreme importance in our lives. But for someone to decide which one's more important depends on what
Mhm.
their actual goal is.
Okay.
Do you want a successful career, right? Do you want to trampoline yourself to higher heights? People would focus on academics then, right? They want to get into the best university so they can have the best head start. For someone who wants to excel in daily life, to live a fully fulfilled, happy life, right? They'd focus on their skills to be able to do things which other people aren't so they can make things easier for themselves and others. Personally, for me, I think values are the
Mhm.
most important because in an ever changing world, in a world full of information, where people change their opinions to fit whatever mold is the best looking at the time, the people with unshakable values, the ones who believe one thing and believe it for good reason, are the people who will reach the highest heights and gain people's respect.
And for me, the value system matters the most. And my personal belief is through the value system, because
Hmm.
if you have strong values, you can never go down in life.
Yes.
Amazing. So, Vedansh, what's that one piece of advice you want to give to all the juniors who's watching this episode, like students from grade 4 to grade 9?
I want you to imagine what you think is the coolest person. The coolest person you can imagine. Think about what they do. What do they do in daily life? What are the activities they do? What are the things they know how to do? And if you want to become that kind of person, do those things. Don't copy what other people think are cool. I might think that someone who knows how to skateboard is extremely cool, and everybody else doesn't care about skateboarding. I'm not going to follow them and ignore skateboarding. I'm going to learn skateboarding. When you truly follow what you think is amazing, what you are passionate about, people will follow you as well. And you'll never know if you're good at things if you never try them.
Mm-hmm.
And once you try them, you'll know whether or not you want to do it, how to get better, and if it's really for you.
Absolutely. I think the more you explore, the more you learn, and the more clarity you'll get in life. So, thank you, Vedansh, for like sharing your experiences,
Of course.
and I wish you all the best for all your future endeavors and for your upcoming board exams. So, thank you so much,
Thank you
Vedansh.
so much, sir.